live tonight. So I see if anybody drops in. And if not, I'm just going to waffle on about what this reading is about today. Then if you do tend to come in, we can have a look into any particular situations that are around for you. So it feels like a new beginning. I've picked some runes. We have Bacano, we have Yera, and we have Sawillow. So there's an energy of a new beginning, something that you have been nurturing, something that you have been maybe holding on to, and it's really taken its time. It's gone through levels of growth. It's almost like this has been on the sidelines through your life for a little while now. It may have been for the past year, something that you've been working on, something that's been there, and it feels like now, with all of your intention and the cycles of growth that you've been through, it's now coming into fruition. It's actually starting to take shape and come into play. So I'm going to pick some cards to go with this. So this current situation, what is it? What do we have? We have the Page of Cups. So this is you kind of being very happy-go-lucky with this. You haven't put too much attention into it, if you like. You haven't kind of gone mad trying to hold on to something. It's just been there on the sidelines, and you've just happily gone on with your life, doing what you need to do. But you've also done a lot of inner work, especially around your inner child. But this feels to me like it's around your inner teen, actually, and the energy of things that you went through when you were a teenager. And how that is affecting your relationships is what I'm feeling from this. So what is the Carno talking about? This new beginning, what is it involving for you? Okay, so there's an energy here of you kind of really being happy on your own, happy as yourself. You found a way to become disciplined in your lifestyle. You're kind of enjoying time to yourself. But this new beginning, you're kind of feeling content. But there's more that you want to do. There's more that you want to explore. Now, this card normally comes out for somebody who is single, but it kind of flipped around a little bit before it came out. So I've got the energy here of someone that is maybe single, not attached in any way, but feels like there's some kind of connection that's been around you throughout your whole situation here. And it's kind of kept you in this sort of happy, serendipitous sort of energy. So what are these cycles of natural growth that you've been going through? What are these cycles? Feel free to drop in and say hi if you're there. What is this cycle of natural growth? Oh, okay. So the cycle of natural growth has been around you finding your love, basically. It's, if you can see, she's holding her hands over the heart center on there. This is about you really opening up your heart space through the situations that you've been through the things that you've experienced, okay? And this whole situation, this whole cycles of growth have opened and expanded your heart center, it feels. You're really kind of ready for this new beginning, because the Ace of Cups is definitely, oh, thanks, Leo. Definitely an energy of a new beginning in love. And you've come from a place of heartbreak. You've come from a place of having your heart broken, but in breaking that heart, it's broken it wide open to allow almost like a hypertrophy. So that means you are growing, you're expanding your heart. Thank you, Tigra. That's beautiful. So what are your challenges right now with this? What challenges do you have to go through? Okay, so the challenge is about your clarity here. I feel like you know what you want, and you've had an epiphany about this. You know how you want to move forward, but what you're lacking here is how to do that. Okay, it's almost like you can think it and you can bring it out in your mind, but how do I do that in the physical is what I'm feeling from this. It's kind of like you feel like you're in slow motion. Hi, Vishal. Leo, you're from Brazil. Nice. I've never actually been to Brazil. I imagine it's very nice though. What's the weather like there right now? We had like a mini summer here in the UK. It literally was sunny for a couple of days and now it's gone cold again. So where were we with this? Okay, so we're working with now, what is the intention here? Actually, what do you need to focus on to bring this into fruition? What do you need to focus on? If you haven't already, guys, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out massively and it's lovely to meet you. I'm trying to build a community here in this space. And if you have any questions, please do fire away. Questions to do with readings, that is. Whoa. Okay, so the focus for you has been a little bit on things that have been very painful, regretful, hurtful. So this is about you kind of releasing that type of energy, you know, don't focus on that. That's not where you want your focus to be. You want your focus to be on, how do I forgive myself? And that's what this card is kind of representing, is like the ability to forgive yourself and just have hope for the future. Don't sit in regret, wishing you'd got something that you haven't got. Okay. Oh, thank you, Angela. I don't know what you just said there, but so there's something there from the past that I feel is an energy of yeah, it's not feeling okay. We've got the card reflection on here. You are reflecting heavily on yourself, so I feel like maybe there is somebody in this particular connection, you know, these cycles of natural growth that you've been through, what broke your heart wide open here is kind of put you into this space of reflection. And now you're in an energy of, you know, you've found some clarity here. You've kind of understanding the way forward that you want to go. That introspection has actually helped you to work through those cycles of growth. You can indeed, yeah. What, one of these ones, Oracles of Love, or a tarot card? Which one would you like? I'm just going to have a sip of my drink. These. Okay. So for Vishal, if this is resonating with you, if this is understanding for you, let's pick a card for you. Let's see what we get. Oh, we have Shadow Side. You made me realize my flaws. So you might be going through an energy of, oh, I see. Right. Okay. Okay. Get you. I'm still going to talk about this one. So this shadow side. So you might be the person that is going through this reflection right now. You know, you're kind of looking at yourself. Let's get 3 cards out here. Actually, I'm going to do tarot. Let me just get 3 cards for you. And then you can choose. Just shuffle those up a little bit. Okay. So we have 1, 2, or 3. Which one? The middle one. Okay. I thought you were going to pick that one. Yeah, this is definitely for you. So this is the 10 of Wands. So you've been in an energy of feeling very heavily burdened, I feel. It's like you're carrying a lot of stuff, a lot of baggage on here, okay? So this is the middle card, everybody. This is the 10 of Wands. Now, the shadow card came out before I picked this card, okay? So this cycle of natural growth that you've been going through, I feel like you're still kind of going through it. It almost feels like you are moving through treacle. It's like you know that there's a new beginning. You know that there's an intention that you've set there. But it's just, it feels like you're having to unpack a lot of things to get there, okay? You are having to unpack a lot. And I feel like you're still going through that process at the moment. I'm going to pick some more cards around that. Okay. So what is it that you need to unpack right now? Yeah, there's this indecision, a crossroads that you're at. And you feel like it's almost like one avenue, one area of your life you feel stuck or blocked at. Almost like you've been locked out and you don't know where the key is. Yeah, kind of. I'm more from the Black Country, but I've been in the Birmingham area for a little while now. So my accent is probably a bit more Brummy than it is yum yum these days, but yeah. So yeah, you might find that you've been feeling sort of stuck at a crossroads, but this seems to be this one avenue that you haven't been able to explore or go down. And that's kind of made you feel a bit trapped, a bit stuck. So what is that? Okay. It's kind of a love connection, I feel, that's left you feeling a little bit unnurtured. Like you have, like somebody hasn't taken responsibility for what they needed to have responsibility for. I'm going through many things, but start focusing on my career now, going for masters. That's brilliant, you know, because that's what's going to turn this card that way up. It's like taking the role of responsibility for yourself, standing in your own power, you know, bringing yourself into that power. You have a choice here. We always have a choice whether we just stay stuck in something or keep trying with something that doesn't seem to be working, or we take our power back. And that's exactly what you're doing there. You know, you are taking your power back and doing the right things. It doesn't mean you don't still have love for this person. It doesn't mean that you don't still have something there, because it's kind of like showing that actually the whole process you've been through, you've grown a lot through this, and it is bringing a new fresh perspective and a new beginning in for you. So let's see what the future holds for this, shall we? So what is the future for you at the moment? What is your future here? Okay. So the future here is about releasing the chains that block you. It's about releasing the ability to convince ourselves or lie to ourselves about what it is that we want or where we want to go. Now, you might find that you are very tempted down this road because perhaps you've been tempted before, but you know, don't ignore the lessons that you've learned here. Don't ignore what you will be tested as you go along. You're going to be tested, it feels, because the closer you are to achieving what you want to manifest, to achieving that intention, the more you're going to get tested, basically. I just saw 1313 on the clock there as well. So that might be significant for somebody here. Now, you've got a lot of changes coming up. There's something within your fate that's kind of bringing you perhaps to a place where you might need to travel there. You're going to be stepping away from something that's felt like it's been holding you back quite a bit, which is going to feel refreshing. It's really sort of opening you up to what feels right for you. And in opening your heart, you've actually opened up a new, fresh vibration. And that vibration is actually aligning you with people who are also on that vibration, which is great. It's really, really good. So let's see what advice we have for you on this journey. It came out again. Let's see what advice we have. That wheel is definitely turning in your favour. Yeah, exactly. And that's the key, isn't it? It's just recognise it to be a temptation. Recognise it to be something that's trying to drive you away from what you need to be doing. So what advice do we have for you right now? The advice here is keep going, keep moving forward. You've been quite slow with the process recently. Maybe you've hit some brick walls or you've had some things happen. I do, yes. Yes, I do. I don't know if you live near me, or I can do them through, I do them usually through WhatsApp video call. So my details are down in the description box. So if you drop me an email, we can book that in if you like. So I don't know if this is for you, but if you're in this room, it's potentially is. You've got to make sure you keep that balance going, okay, between like the devil and the angel almost, and making sure you've got your eye on the prize of that goal that you want to achieve, because you've hit some sort of, like you say, you know, it's like walking down the street, isn't it? And there's this party that I've done this before, actually, talking about the king. I don't know if you've watched one of my videos where I'm talking about someone that's been invited to go and sit with the king. And this person is invited to sit with the king, but on the way to the king, they come across all of the performers that are also going to be going to see the king. And they decide to stop, have a few drinks, dance about with the performers, and they end up sleeping in the street and missing the whole performance when they could have been sat with the king. So it's like, if you'd have just gone, no, I'm going to see these things anyway when I get there, you know, but it's not being able to see that far ahead and sort of going, I don't need to stop right now. I don't need to take myself away from my path for this. I've got something bigger and better waiting for me. And just keep on that, because that's where the victory is. That's how you're going to achieve it. Okay. Stick with what you've told yourself to do. And you will get tested. You'll get somebody go like, oh, why don't you come out tonight, when you know you've got something to do the next day. Just, you know, don't do things for other people's benefit. Do it for you. So let's see. What are your hopes and fears at this time? What are your hopes and fears at this time? Okay. So maybe this is about you feeling that if you don't take the offers that are coming to you, that you're going to miss out on all offers, that you're not going to get anywhere. So this, for some of you, could be about it could be about dating, things like that, where if somebody's like, you know, taking the first offer that comes to you, not being able to let it go just in case nothing else comes along. But actually you're starting to realize, maybe I should just be okay with myself, and learning to get to know yourself and understanding what it is that you want, and not settling for anything less than what you really, really want. Okay. So again, it's that analogy of like, don't sit with the circus performers. You're going to be at the circus anyway with everybody. You don't have to put yourself in that position. Now, part of this is going to be about you releasing a lot of emotion. You know, for some of you, I feel like you are releasing a lot of energy of, perhaps sometimes you may numb yourself with alcohol, or, you know, just some kind of substance that sort of allows you to feel numbed, you know, going out with people and having a few too many to drink, things like that, but then feeling really crap the next day. And you're starting to get this energy of like, actually, I'm going to really just allow myself to just shed a skin here. It's almost like putting yourself under a waterfall and letting that energy wash it over you. And that's what I feel like your intention is right now, is just allowing some fresh energy in. So what is your outcome here? Let's have a look. You are the magician. So your outcome here is about you really making sure, and I'm going to keep pinpointing this, focus on the prize. Focus on what it is that you want to manifest. Yeah. There's an intention that you set. And for some of you, you set this around either a sunset or a sunrise recently. And during that, it might have been around solstice maybe. But during that time, you put together some energy that is now starting to come into fruition. But you will be tested. And this is about you understanding where the test is and not allowing it to take you off your stride, take you away from your game. Because remember, we've got this victory that we are trying to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here for you. Yeah, we do, don't we? You know, and it's very easy to do that. And at the end of the day, we're human and we like to be entertained. We like to have things to entertain us with. We like things that give us a dopamine hit, for instance, you know, like going shopping and things like that, you know, just a quick fix, something that gives you a quick fix. But whose this reading is about all of those cycles that you've been through, all of that growth that you've been through, the experiences that you've had that have led you to this point. And you made a major intention to yourself about this new beginning, and it's starting to come into fruition now. So this message is about you not allowing those temptations to take your eye off the prize. You're not really missing out on anything. You know you're not missing out on anything because you've already done those things before. Yeah. So when we invent those things to distract ourselves, this is about you raising your consciousness enough to understand that's what I'm doing. And I've decided I don't want to do that anymore. Okay. And allowing yourself to do that. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you tonight. And if you would like to look deeper into this, my details are down in the description box. So please do get in touch. Just drop me an email and we can organise a personalised reading with you. I usually like to do them through video call so that you're there with me. Or if you'd like them as a recording, that is absolutely fine as well. And you can drop in questions or anything as well. So it's lovely as well to see some familiar names too. So I'm starting to see the same names coming through as well. So I hope you're enjoying these lives that I'm doing. And I'm hoping to do them maybe a couple of times a week now, so we can try and build this little community together. So thank you so much to those of you that have been here with me. Blessed be.